Hi, welcome back to the Praxis test prep course. My name is Tasia. I'm a former high school biology teacher, and today I'm going to walk you through some problems for the Praxis 5511 exam. This is a multi-subject exam, and the subtopics of these problem set is going to be the nature and history of science. Okay, let's get started. Okay, question 1. Of the following astronomers, who proposed the heliocentric view of the universe? So what the heliocentric view is basically the sun is in the center of the universe and the planets rotate around the sun. So let's look at the first one. Exodus, he proposed the motion of the planets. There were 5 known planets at the time. Galileo Galilei. In 1564, he kind of confirmed, among other things, he confirmed that heliocentric view, but he was not the first to propose it. Johannes Kepler, he's our next astronomer. He proposed the elliptical orbits of all of the planets. And then Nicholas Copernicus, he in 1543 was the first to actually propose that heliocentric view of the universe. It used to be thought that the Earth was the center of the universe, and Nicholas Copernicus said that it is not. The sun is the center of the universe. So Nicholas Copernicus is our answer. Okay, question 2. Which of the following is the standard unit for volume? So we're looking at volume in particular and the standard unit. So the two top answers, the ounce and the quart, are based on the imperial system, which is not really used for the scientific research because this was based on the feet and the inch were basically based on an old king's thumb and actual foot. So we use liters and cubic meters. These are both units of volume measurement, but you're typically going to see liter. These ones are actually equivalent to each other. So 1 cubic meter actually equals 1,000 liters. And typically what we see is we do see that liter being the standard unit. So that's our answer. Question 3. A group of 7th grade students is performing an experiment. They are given a water sample with an unknown acidity, and the group's objective is to identify the level of acidity or basicity of the water sample. They perform 3 trials to check if they will get the correct pH value of the water sample. After the group has finished their experiment, they record pH values that are practically close to each other. However, the teacher points out that the pH value they reported is not the same as the actual pH of the water sample. What can be said regarding the results obtained by the students? So let's look at some of these key words here. So they found the pH values that are practically close to each other, but they are not the same as the actual pH. So the first one, the values are not precise and not accurate. These values that they got, they are precise because they got specific pHs. So that is not the correct answer. Option B, there can be no appropriate observation regarding the results. That's also not true because they did have observations. Option C, the values are accurate, but they are not precise. Well, they're not accurate because they're not the right pH of the water. Okay, D, the values are precise, but they are not accurate. This is the correct answer. So they are precise, but they are not accurate. So that's going to leave us with our correct answer, which is the values are precise, but they are not accurate. Option D. Okay, on to our last question. Gretchen and her group mates are studying the effects of using different antibiotics on pathogenic bacteria. Their teacher gave a comprehensive lesson about the risks of handling pathogenic bacteria as well as proper storage and transferring of the bacteria from one container to another. Which of the following laboratory apparatus is the most important for this specific task? So the task they're asking about is they're asking specifically about transferring that bacteria from one container to the next. Here I have a picture of all of these different apparatuses. So A, we have the Petri dish, which is labeled there, the graduated cylinder, the burette, and the Erlenmeyer flask. These are all to hold liquid. They're not necessarily to actually transfer any bacteria, so the thing we're left with is really the Petri dish. That is where you grow and transfer that bacteria. So our answer is going to be A, that petri dish. I hope this was helpful. If you're looking for more ways to study, head over to study.com for more practice problems or to check out our other videos. As a study.com member, you get full access to hundreds of problems like the ones I just walked you through, as well as targeted instruction for some topics you might still be struggling with, along with some test taking strategies to help you maximize your score on test day. Finally, we want to hear from you. Please like and subscribe if today's video was helpful. In the comments down below, please let us know if there's any topics you'd like us to cover next. Good luck and happy studying!